we started an adventure a couple years ago where I asked him to write his memoirs. Bojar is born in Montenegro, former Yugoslavia, and he lived through communism and has these amazing stories, some hysterically funny and some very, very sad. And in February 2019, I said to him, how's that memoir writing going? And he said, I wrote a children's book. And I'm like, what? And from there, he's written about 10 of them. There's about 10 books that have been written in various stages. 2 are already published, The Moon with the Crooked Smile and I Want to Catch the Clouds. So we've been on an adventure since that February date. I worked in the printing industry for most of my career, and the publishing industry is completely different. So it's been a learning experience. On the cast here with us is Sue, the illustrator, our great illustrator for all these. Wave, Sue. Sue, do you hear me? Wave. There, okay. Sue is a cousin of a cousin, and they told us, hey, our cousin's cousin is an illustrator. And so Sue has been doing an amazing job illustrating the first 3 of our series, Up in the Sky. And we're going to have our author start the reading. I'm going to show the pictures to the pages.
Hi, everybody. Every time when I go to bed, I see the moon. I think the moon smiled at me, and I smile back. The smile isn't like mine. It's a crooked smile, but I like it. The moon has told me they have a fun playing with the other stars. The moon has so many friends. The moon said it's time for me to go to sleep. The moon told me that it plays with the other boys and girls around the world. I asked, when you go to sleep? The moon said, when you get up in the morning, as the sun is coming up, you are active during the day. That's when I go to sleep. The moon said, now it's your turn to play with your sun. I said, I like to play outside in the sun with my family and friends. The moon said to have the nice day at the school, enjoy the sun during recess. I was playing with my friend Nikce. She said that she saw the moon last night and smiled at her. I looked at her with a great big smile. She asked me, why are you smiling? I said, the moon smiled at me too. After school, Nikce came over to my house. We played together and then started to draw the pictures. I said, let me draw the picture of the moon. So we did. When we finished, they both laughed out because our pictures looked the same. We were both excited that we saw the same crooked smile on the moon. I asked Nikce, does she think the moon and the sun are like brothers and sisters? She smiled and said she thought they were more like friends, just like you and me, when we playing hide and seek. The night I was waiting to see the moon again so I could talk about my friend Nikce. I got tired and I went to bed and I fell asleep. I didn't see the moon that night. The next day, Nikce asked if I saw the moon. She said it was cloudy, so she didn't see the moon. Sometimes the clouds cover the moon. That is when we play hide and seek. There's times I can see the moon for a while. I wonder where did he go? Nikce thinks that the moon was cuddling with the clouds. I saw the same thing. I think the clouds are like a blanket, so the moon doesn't get cold. Nikce said she has a coat that's fluffy as a cloud that keeps her warm. The next day we went to school and I saw 2 pictures on the wall, and one was the moon and the lots of the stars. The other was on the sun peeking over the mountains. We both liked the pictures. Monisa said both looked on each other and they smiled. We said they looked like a friends, just like you and me. The end.
The end.
The end.
Yay!
You're
Bravo.
funny. You're all muted. You're all muted, clapping. It's like.
Yay!
Good job. Good job.
You know what? Can I say something?
Yes.
I get so emotional about children and their interpretation. Now, when you were talking about Bobo and you were saying something about the moon with the crooked smile, and I just wonder, where did he get that from? Where did you get that from in your head?
Where did you get the motivation for the story?
I love children. All my life, I was involved with the children and growing up in a former country of Yugoslavia. Neighbor children used to usually come to sleep in my house, and my mom put in my bed, and every night I said, "What is this student doing here? They're waiting for you so they can sleep with you." I said, "Okay." So she lined them up, and the parents usually come to get them. My mom said, "Why are you getting them? They're all sleeping and they're so quiet. Let them sleep." So in the morning they go home and stuff like that. And I asked my mom, "Why is she doing it?" She said, "Well, they love you. That's why." And I have nieces and nephews, tons of them. Not that I like them, but yeah, that's mine. You know, they're pain in my butt because the thing is, in the summertime, the summertime comes and I have my own bedroom. My mom and dad give me a blanket, pillow, and say, "Get your butt out of there." I said, "That's my bedroom." No. For 3 months, they stay in my bedroom. And I cannot wait till September to get them out of the house. So this is ridiculous. I can't sleep. But I grew up how the love for children and stuff like that. So I love children. This period, I enjoy their laugh. I enjoy their ideas. And I have 5 of them. With Linda, we have 7. So growing up with the 3 girls and 2 boys and stuff like that, and a bunch of them girls, they're so, we have such a good time and party. We have a tea party. So they have the little cups, so we pretend to be drinking coffee and stuff like that. They put a makeup on me, nail polish and everything. So that's for them, that was a joy. I enjoy that too. So that's a good memory to have with the children.
Kudos to the illustrator.
Sue's our illustrator,
I
and
loved it. When I saw
Well
the
done,
lockers,
well done.
the lockers, I said, she did it. It was great.
every detail. What I enjoy in this process has been Bojadar's has such picturesque words. The
Yes.
manuscript, you saw each of those pictures,
Yes.
and Sue took those words and just made them larger than life. I also like her style because the color is so vivid and bright, and
Right.
it's neat.
And I like it that the moon wasn't perfect. It looks like craters in it, wasn't it? Didn't that look like? Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Anybody else with any questions or comments or ideas?
I just want to just to make a little comment before the question. I have my cousin is there too, Rose Wallendahl, and she have 2 granddaughters. They're such a chimey little girls, and I love to eat them up when I see them. So one day, Rose telling me the little girl, the younger granddaughter, crying bloody murder because somebody broke her banana. Who broke my banana? So I wrote the part of the book, Who Broke My Banana?
Wow.
So I'm working on that later on when my wife allowed me. Who Broke My Banana? Going to be a little story book about it. So
I love it.
this is
It's always
something I
interesting
enjoy.
stories of where inspiration comes from.
Listen, I enjoy listening to children laughter and how they playing and stuff like that. Right here across the street is 2 young girls. One is a 7, one is a 5, and they playing. And one day, the young one said that something happened between them arguing and stuff like that. A younger one said to the older one, "I'm going to tell my mom about it." So I said to myself, "How many moms they have here? Who's mom? Who's not mom? So I asked their mom. I said, "Can I ask you a question?" She said, "Yeah." "How many moms did you have?" She started laughing and said, and I told her about it. He said, "That's always like that. My mom." So this see, that's about children. That's the greatest thing, you know.
Yeah, he draws inspiration from a lot of different things, and it's been fun because I listening to his memoirs, and like I said, some of these things are very intense, and then to do a 180 and start doing children's books. And actually, the first story he wrote was rhyming, was Matt, Pat, and the Cat, and it was very Seuss-ish, in his own version. And we should speak to how the process started. Bojidar came here when he was 20 years old, and so he learned to read and listen to speak English, but he never learned how to write it.
Yeah.
So he wrote these manuscripts by hand in his Montenegrin language, and then he dictated them to me to type up.
Wow.
And then take it through the paces as far as, and we've had a couple of discussions because
Nice way to put it. No, there's a disagreement. No. Yeah, go ahead.
about he's like, well, kids don't talk like that. And I'm like, well, but you can't say that, or that's not really right, So we kind of go back and forth on that. I think our style is evolving, but it's there. It's there.
That's always. I think
I'm not writing a story. I'm just listening with the child telling me. So the child told me about Moon with the Crooked Smile, Mad Pat, the Cat, the whole rest of the book. That's why I just listen and I write it down with it. So she wants to change the thing. I say, that's not child what you said. He or she didn't tell me that. Yeah, Bobo, but this is the look better. There's no. I don't care look better or look ugly, but you have my opinion. I'm not the famous writer, anything like that, but I like to write what the children told me. The sound telling me to write a story about what they're telling me. That's all I said. But I have to listen to because she's the boss. So.
Yeah,
She's
the
all.
Sorry to tell you that.
Jay Stephen, what were you going to say? Go ahead. We'll go one at a time.
I used to work with a company, and one of their famous lines was that somebody would pitch something and say, "Oh, this is great," blah 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 blah, and then they'd wait in a board meeting, and then they'd say, "Was I breathing my own exhaust?" And so that's why it's great to have input from other people, because sometimes the old saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. Sometimes you like to have that bounce back and forth so you're not breathing your own exhaust.
Yeah.
So it's always good to have some people to throw things off and just see what they think.
We've had a lot of fun working together, but it's been a journey. It's been an experience. We're just finally feeling like we're going down the hill that we've been pushing a big boulder up for a while.
Yeah.
It takes a time for everything.
So how long have you guys been doing, I might have missed it. I know I heard the story about coming over at 20 and those stories and everything. So I guess this is a two-part question. How long have you been doing the journey of being an author, journey of being an author? Because I too work with my husband. Our books are about our family and those kind of things. And we just put it as an animation. And then two, do you feel that you kind of incorporate some of your own live stories into your books, but making it more relatable to children?
Some part of it a little bit, but not really, because I want to write about my children growing up and stuff like that, but that's in works right now, so I didn't do that yet, because that's a deal. I have to put all the stuff together when I got married and raising the children and stuff like that, because something happened between my children's wife and me and stuff like that. So I have to incorporate a situation that will understand them, how they're growing up without the mother and stuff like that. So that's a part I have to work on it.
But she's asking if your childhood was part of Matt,
Story.
Pat, or any of these characters?
Not really. No, that's not really. That's just came up to me in my mind, my thinking about the stories, what I listen and stuff like that. I read a lot. I read all the time. That's my passion. I enjoy reading, and I see something, I write little notes and stuff like that. So that's all kinds of books and papers I write. So my wife bought me a book to write all little scribbling notes and stuff like that. Because I find a piece of paper and stuff like that, write a couple of words. She said, "What are you doing?" That's in my head. That's why I'm writing what I say. So, but anyway, that's a part of it. You do, in my opinion, anyway, you can write about your children because they're telling you the story. As I said a little while ago, my cousin here, she have two granddaughters, and the book "Who Broke My Banana" is coming up, and you're gonna see it, how wonderful it is, and how cranky he is, or why does she like so much banana? Why is she crying about the banana? See, that's the story. And Sue told me another story. The illustrator told me that her daughter lost a teddy bear on the airport for 2-3 months, traveling back and forth. I'm gonna write that story with her permission. I'm gonna write a story about that. How you just got a little bear. I got a little bear in my head with the little luggage, walking to the airport, walking to the counter, asking, "I want to go to Dallas. I want to see the lady that her daughter's name and stuff like that." So this is stuff what I picked up through the listening to the children talking and stuff like that. In the store, same thing. When I go in the store, I listen to my mother and parents with the children and stuff like that. I just chuckle up and shake my head, and they look at me and say, "I've been there. I know how that thing works."
To answer your question on the time, October 2018, we had just moved back to our house, and because we had been traveling the previous 3 years before that, and I said, "Now you're gonna write your memoirs," and so that's why he was writing. I mean, he wrote all that stuff, but I didn't know how to read it, and he was filling notebooks with all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, in February 2019, what did you write? Children's books.
Children are precious. I love children.
Oh, speaking of children, his sister Nada in Belgrade, Serbia, we were together and talking about this process and the books and stuff like that. And she's like, there's little kid inside.
I can vouch
That's
for
a good
that.
thing.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Little
A
kid
big
inside.
teddy bear. He'll write about himself and his travels.
Yeah.
He's got a fabulous imagination.
He does.
He does.
Well, that's great. So does anybody else have a question? So it's been writing for a couple of years, but just been publishing for the last year. Published the first book, I guess, last May, April?
Yeah, it was May, I think, was The Moon with the Crooked Smile. And then we followed up with in July, I believe, with I Want to Catch a Cloud. And unfortunately, we had a little bit of a delay in here. But next week is coming I Love Clouds. And just a side note, Sue had done, part of our deal with Sue was that she was illustrating, and she had done several books 5 years ago, and I said I would help get those published. And one of her books is Ben Zipper. Sue, do you want to just tell us about Ben Zipper?
It's a story about a little boy who gets a heart transplant. And it's a true story. And I watched the family going through this, and they had two little kids that were watching as this all was going on. And I thought, wouldn't that be neat to have something that would help explain to other families what was going on that wasn't scary. So I wrote it about a little elephant that gets a heart from an angel. And they put a little zipper on his chest, and that's where his heart went in. So
I have a question about that, Sue.
okay.
Is that through the eyes of the children or from the eyes of the parents and what he was going through?
Well, It was just a story about it, not through anybody's eyes.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
a little bit more, it's a little bit more of narration.
yeah.
So it's kind of a little bit more of a narration that's telling what's happening and, where he's going. And the pictures obviously, tell a whole lot of the story.
Sure. Mhm.
And so we've printed 850 copies, and we are sending 700 of them out to hospitals all across the country. So
I was able to get an agreement with Children's Hospital to distribute the books throughout the hospitals where they handle transplants and things like that. So again, Sue's wonderful illustrations and stuff. We are doing a GoFundMe for it to kind of pay for all those books and distribution. But yeah, it was a neat project, and just some kudos to Sue. Got some really beautiful comments from Children's Hospital, the director that was coordinating this project. So, but we got besides that, what else do we have coming up? Oh, there's one coming up in February. I went to the zoo to see Woo, and Woo, you'll see Woo on the cover. So I'm not going to tell you who Woo is.
I don't even know that.
So yeah, it's been a great process, and appreciate you guys, your interest, and buy those books. I am getting our website set up so that we can distribute signed copies of the books. But like everything else, it's been a process. So it's pretty coming soon.
Yeah, and so they have T-shirts, and you found some great pillows and some good things. So there's some accessory things that'll be available on the website, or maybe through Facebook or something like that if you've got kids. So it's a very exciting thing, and it's like you say, the series is called Up in the Sky. So those first 4 books are about something in the sky, and the moon and the clouds and birds, and so we're excited about that. Well, we appreciate all of y'all being on. We want to honor everybody's time. We do have a couple more minutes, so if anybody else has a question. The other thing, we will be back here next week at 8:00, and Sharon Allen, one of our other authors, will be sharing Jake, Homeless to Hero, and that's about America's rescue dogs. So this is a dog that was homeless that then he actually is found by the pound, but then he gets picked up by one of the vet dog organizations, and they train him so that he can work with a serviceman that has been hurt, in action. So that'll be next week. And then the following week will be in the Black History Month. So I'll be reading about Black cowboys and Buffalo soldiers, and then we'll follow up with that. So every Tuesday at 8:00, if y'all come back and visit with us again, if you'll share the links with people that we want to just spread the word as much as we can. And this is a way for us to, like you say, visit with people and share our stories with people until we can maybe get back together face to face. So does anybody else have a last question that they would like to ask, or? Nope.
I do.
Say thank you.
Is the link?
Good to see you.
Hannah has a question before we go. So Hannah.
I just want to show you that. Where is it? Just hang on. That I have it on my Kindle as well.
Cool.
So I'll read it to
we're
my
doing the
grandkids.
ebooks and the printed books. Yep.
Yeah. So my grandchildren have the hard copy books, and then I have it here on my Kindle.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to see you. Shout out to Rob. Good to see everybody.
Good luck with the book. I'm
Bye.
sure we'll talk to you in a week or so. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
We will.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
Bye, Kuma.
Bye, Kuma.
So yeah, Linda, I was recording, so I will copy that and send that to you. Hi,
Okay,
Lisa. I'll
thank
call
you.
you in the morning. You got time tomorrow or later tonight?
Yep. Tomorrow's fine.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, because my cousin, like I said, from Phoenix was kind of freaking out. I said, I'm pretty sure we're recording it, so we'll get it out. I'm going to open up that YouTube, because now for me to take the video I did from Sue and get it posted, they are taking it in the different formats. So I got to get it through YouTube to link it there.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
we will launch Bobo Lynn on YouTube now.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
good to see you. It's good to see you, baby. Did you have a chance to see anything about the Montenegro guy from Utah?
No, that was Beth, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's Beth, but she jumped off, but I'll have her, I'll ask her tomorrow. I'm going to see her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have lunch. I'm going to give her a calendar, and as we're going to meet for lunch tomorrow, so I can give her the calendar that y'all sent us.
Yeah, I have a good lunch tomorrow. Think about me because I miss you guys.
I will, and I'll ask her. We'll text you, or we'll send you a note or something about him. And
Yeah, I would. Reason why I ask him because he say mailbox is full. He's a professor in a college. Usually that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So it's just.
So
I just don't.
Vesna, is that somebody in the family? Vesna?
Pardon?
Vesna, is that somebody in the family?
Yasna?
Uh-huh. Vesna, Vesna.
Vesna, yeah.
Jumping on. Sorry, I'm going to let them jump on real quick. Hello.
Hi. Who is that?
Hi, Vesna. Well, we just finished up. So we went from 8 to 8:30, but we're glad that you came on. Can you come on and join us again next week? We'll be talking about Jake, a dog. A homeless to hero dog. We'll be talking about a hero dog.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Who is it?
I gotta find out. Vesna, who is your mom and dad?
What's your mom's name?
No, I guess not. Oh, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
There's another one.
Just look for The Moon with the Crooked Smile. It's on Amazon. Okay, guys?
Okay. So anyway, so I will send that to y'all tomorrow, and then I'll holler at you in the afternoon. Okay?
All right.
Good plan.
Take care. Bye.
All righty. Bye-bye.